Hello everyone. So in the previous video I explained how to create client ID and secret key. So in this video I am going to explain how to use this client ID and secret key in Domo API. So the use of client ID and secret key is just for the authentication purpose. The main work is here to work on the Domo cards, dashboard, data sets, and many things that we do uh, in Domo using Domo UI. UI means user interface. So let's start. So here I am going to use a Python programming language to work on Domo API. So I have already created one notebook. So that notebook I am opening. So I will show you how to proceed everything. So this is the link to create a client ID and secret key that I will post. I will keep in the description. And for document for Python, like how about everything, like how to create a dashboard, how to create data sets, how to work on PDP, on how to work on cards, everything is available in this link. Okay, that will I this link also I will paste in the description. So let's open. Sorry. uh, yeah, so this is the link for Domo Python SDK. So if we scroll down, we can see everything, like for dataset and PDP. This is the link for user management using Domo API. This is the link for group management using API. This is the link for page management. This is the link. Okay. And for setup, we need to install Python. If you don't have a Python install, please click on this link and install. After that, we need to install PyDomo package. If it is not available, then run this command. You will get PyDomo installed in your Python packages. Okay, so we have an option to upgrade also. After that, when everything is done, we need to create API client and secret key that I already explained how to create. And I have like I have keep the link also in the description, so you can use the link to create a client ID and secret key. Now we have to start work. So these are the sample codes they have Domo has already given, okay, to work on the data sets. But apart from this, if we are good in the programming language, then we can write and make more flexible these things. Okay, so but in this video or in this tutorial, we will go with the basics and we will learn all the basics things using Domo API. So let's start then. So this is first step of code from PyDomo import Domo. So in my system, PyDomo is already installed. If in your system it is not installed, then you need to run this pip3 install PyDomo. Okay, sorry, this one pip3 install PyDomo. Okay, now after that, first we need to import the package. Uh, this is the Python. Like in this tutorial, I am explaining through Python. So please learn a basics Python before starting this. So in the Python, if we have to use any of the packages, then we need to import that package first. So in my Jupyter notebook, we can see I have imported the package. Now I am using this client ID and secret key. I am creating one object. Okay, so when we come here, we see this is the second line of code: Domo client ID, secret key, and this is the API host. So this will be common, but this client ID and secret key will be individual. Like in if you log in, use your Domo developer portal, and if you create, you will get some distinct client ID and secret key. So we cannot use of others. Okay. So after creating this object using this Domo variable or object, I can say we can do lot of things. Like we can see the detail of any of the data set, we can download the data set, we can see the detail of any of the data sets, and we can work on like modification of data sets. We can do anything. So once we get this data set in Domo, in Python, this data set will treat as a data frame or table. So after that, our Python programming will start. So in the Python programming, there is a package, can say pandas, that is for data analysis. So all the things that we can do in a panda, like mm, creating a group, joining two data frames, creating aggregate, everything what we do in the panda, we can do here. Okay, but first we need to import or download the dataset in our Python, or can say anywhere wherever we are writing the Python code. Okay, so let's start. First, come here. Okay, so this is my Domo. Okay, so I want to work on some data sets. Let me open the data sets. Yeah, so I want to work on this data sets. I just want to see all the details. I want to modify, I want to create another data set using this data set using Domo API. Okay, so to do this in our Domo, when we create a ETL and we take this data set as an input, after that we apply some transformation. It means this data sets gets imported into the ETL transformation. Okay, okay, let me describe in another way. So just example, I am going to create one hold on, I am going to create one ETL. Okay, it is not working. Yeah, it's working. So to creating a ETL, I need to input data sets, and then on this input data set we can apply transformation, and then we can save this data set as a output, and then we can use the data set as a output. Same way, in Domo API we have to take some data set as a input. Okay, so let's come outside, and this data set I want to take as an input. Okay, so let's click on this dataset because I need some information, and come to the code to download this dataset or take dataset as an input. This is the code. Okay, come here, go to the Python. Okay, add one more. Sorry, now this is the dataset ID. Okay, so let's get the dataset ID. So for this dataset, this is the dataset ID. Okay, after data source, you will get the ID. Okay, just copy this, come to Domo, sorry, Python. I'm For me it's a Jupyter notebook. Remove this, come here. Okay, so when I click this, I will be able to download this data set, and this data set will be stored as a data frame. Let me run this. Okay, so star means this is running. Okay, name Domo is not defined. Hold on. So now first one is running. Once the first one complete, let's run the second line. Second line is running. If no error means it's done. Okay, so it is taking time. No error, it's just a warning. Now this data set, this output one data set, output two, sorry, two data sets get downloaded as a data frame. It is not saved, it is in my memory. Okay, now let's see the data. Okay, when I just did click enter, I am able to see the data in my Python. Okay, you can see this is localhost 888 notebook. This is in my local. So I am able to see the Domo dataset in my local system using Domo API. I just downloaded using this code, and this code is very simple. You can get from this GitHub, and I have already pasted the link in descriptions. Okay, now come here. Sorry, again, now in the ETL we can apply, in ETL or Domo SQL transformation, anywhere we can apply some transformations like group by transformation, some aggregate transformations, everything we can do, and then we can create a one output data sets, right? So same thing we are going to do here. Okay, first we will apply some transformation using Python, and then after that we will create that data set into Domo. Okay, let's see how does it works. Come here. So now Domo API and Domo work is not required. Now everything we have to do using Python programming. So now this data set is in the form of data frame. Okay, it is in the form of data frame. Okay, or can say in the table. Okay, so here we have to use Python concept like how can we work on the table. Okay, so I'm going to use a panda. Okay, this is one of the packages in Python for data analysis. Import. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. Here I think pandas is not required. Okay, let's create this. Okay, but pandas is a data analysis package. So if we have to see here, we are doing the basics manipulation. If we have to do more manipulation, then it's better to use pandas. Okay, data dot group by. So group by, these two are the column, and then we are doing aggregate. Dollar is the column, and then this one, this is mean means average. Okay, so here we are going to use product. Okay, as a group by. We group by product, and in the first group by uh, giving inventory category. Okay, inventory category. Okay, now aggregate. So for aggregate we are going to use this column. Okay, we are going to use this column. What aggregate we are going to do? Mean means we are going to do average. Okay, so in the output data set we will have a two column, category, product, and then one column sale, and we will have a data. Aggregate data means average of this two group by. Okay, so this is just an example. From here Python concept starts. So if you are good in Python programming, you can do most of the things. Okay, but I will cover all the basics things. Okay, this is just a introduction video, I can say, but in all upcoming videos I will do all the things. Most of the things I will cover that we can use, that we do use in our daily lives or daily work. Okay, so let's apply control enter. So car summary got saved. Okay, after applying control enter, let's see the data. Control enter. Why it is name? Oh sorry, this is not cat, this is car. Okay, yeah, so we can see ball, invent category ball, product basketball, and the sales dollar. Okay, this is the average of this group. Okay, so now we want to create a data set in Domo using API only. Okay, and this that data set will have this data as output. Okay, so again come to the GitHub link. Okay, now click here. Okay, so domo.ds create means it is creating a data set in Domo, and which data set it is using car summary as a output. Okay, now let's start. So star means it is creating. Once star will disappear, it means it's created. So let's wait and watch for a few seconds. It may take some time. Yeah, it's done. Now star disappeared. Let's come to the Domo. This is the Domo. Go to the data. We can see Python car summary dataset. Okay, and here the dataset name is Python car summary. This is the dataset name. Okay, Python car summary datasets. This is the dataset name we can see here. Okay, and down one generating during Domo. It means this is the description. So when we here, this is the dataset name and this is the description of the datasets. So we can see we are able to create. We have 4 rows here also. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows and 3 columns. So let's see. When I click here on the dataset, click on data, we will see 4 rows and 3 columns. 4 rows and 3 columns. So like that we can manipulate, we can apply transformation using Domo API, and then same dataset we can create in to Domo using Domo API. So thank you. In the next video I will cover some other topic related to Domo API. Thank you.